this location. All units look for south of this location. Y'all set up a good perimeter, a large perimeter, all working from there.
January 9th, 2019. It was a quiet night in Shreveport, Louisiana. Most residents were settling in for the night. However, police were called to the home of Shatiri Payne and Travion Anderson. The caller, Travion, claimed he went outside and found his girlfriend Shatiri injured in their driveway. This video is to bring awareness to the injustices in our community. I mean no harm to the family and friends of the victims. All information included is public knowledge. The information included was gathered by local news outlets. 22-year-old Shatiri Payne, born June 30th, 1996. Payne was known to be a super active child. Her mother said from day one she was the biggest diva she've ever known.
So from day one, she is the biggest diva you ever known. She is the girliest of girl tomboys, is what she was, because she was girly. She thought she was bad. She thought she could outfight anybody. She just, she wasn't very big ever.
She was very talented. She loved writing poetry, singing, and acting. Payne was really gifted in many areas.
She was fun. She liked to sing. She could sing really good. She loved music. She liked to write poetry. She used to just write. She writes songs. I remember when she was like in 6th grade writing songs. And my sister and I was like, why is she writing songs? Like she done been through some stuff and had bad relationships. She was just amazing.
Payne was a track star and a dance line member at Captain Shreve High School. She ran track most of her high school years and served as a captain her final seasons. She was a sprinter, but also participated in long jump and relay events.
Get out of there, Tia! Come on, Tia. There you go, Tia! There you go, baby. Get one. Come on, good hand on. Get Jim. Go, Jim. Catch it, Jim. Run, Jennifer! Come on, there. Good job, Jennifer. Come on, TC! First, get to it first, get to it. Okay, come on, TC, you got out of there. Now let's see. You gotta give a fist to work with. Come on. Now,
Shit.
Come on, Shatiri! Run, Shatiri!
Go, team! Push it! Hurry up, team! Hurry up!
Her track coach said she was well respected and admired on the team.
Fun, outgoing, loving person, because that's who she was. Everybody knew her. They looked up to her, especially the younger girls, the freshmen and sophomores coming in. They looked up to her. Her classmates respected her.
During her seasons, she also contributed to winning championships. She graduated in 2014 and later went to community college. She was inspired to start a journey in entertainment law.
She actually wanted to do entertainment law. A lot of people don't know that, but she wanted to do entertainment law. She wanted to represent people. She loved it. She loved music and poetry and film and acting. Like she did Yazzie for a few years. She loved that.
It wasn't long before she later transferred to Southern University Shreveport to become a radiology technician. During that time, Payne also became a mother. Her and her boyfriend, Travion Anderson, of 3 years, had a daughter in which she loves so much. Payne was an amazing mother. Sadly, her relationship started to have some ups and downs, and according to news reports, Anderson treated her poorly. Allegedly, he started to treat her like a child. He was accusing her of infidelities, taking her phone away, and not allowing her friends to come to the house. With everything going on, Payne decided she wanted to change her profession to become a police officer, and her family was very shocked by that decision.
She just, one day, she was like, I applied to the police academy and I'm going to take my civil service test. And I was like, what? She always wanted to do something in the law system, in the justice system, and that's what, and she did, and I can understand that. looking at her personality and how she was and always for right and wanting to fix things, I could see how, but I was just like, what?
And you can tell she loved the new transition she made. In November 2018, she made a Facebook post and said that I decided to stand tall on my dream. Main lesson taught was never to lose sight of who you are and where you come from. The main thing is to build on who you are and to become an influential and better person for those who may surround me or I may encounter. My personal mission is to become that positive influence, to protect those who can't protect themselves, and to at least try to push someone to being a better version of themselves. I've never claimed to be perfect, but I'm taking this step and becoming a better version of myself by knowing that this is always something bigger than myself. It is an honor to be able to join such a powerful family with my brothers and sisters in blue. May the journey begin. Payne took this profession very seriously. Police Chief Ben Raymond said that it was evident to all that her true call was to serve.
She was well liked by our classmates, and it was evident to all she had a true calling to serve. I handed her diploma to her, and I shook her hand as she proudly walked across the stage and joined our ranks. I saw firsthand the excitement in her eyes as she embarked upon her chosen career of serving others.
Payne had a true plan for her life, and everyone could see the changes that was made. One of the last messages that was shared on the local news station, allegedly from Trevion, stated, "I just want to tell you how proud I am of you and how far you came. Believe it or not, you have climbed some tough hills and battles over the years. I will always support you." However, Payne also decided to take another big step in life, and that was to move away from her alleged toxic relationship with her child's father, Trevion. According to reports, she was planning on moving out the house. She had put down a deposit on a new apartment and was supposed to pick up the keys on January 15th, 2019. But on Wednesday, January 9th, 2019, as Payne was preparing to go to work for her midnight shift, something no one was prepared for happened.
I need 3 officers to where I am at the scene. Are y'all putting out the Trevion Anderson as a suspect? Okay, I have him detained in a patrol car at this time.
Officers responded to a 911 call around 8:20 p.m. The call came in from her ex-boyfriend, Trevion Anderson. Payne was getting ready to clock in to her shift. As she entered her car, she was shot several times. Responding officers made it to the home around 8:30 p.m. when they found their colleague in uniform and wounded. Trevion also called her mother to let her know what just happened.
Picked up the phone to dial her number, and then I was like, oh wait, let me call and tell Terrell, my husband, something real quick. So I hung up and I called him, and that's when I got a call. I was like, him? What is he calling me for?
Once the medics arrived, Payne was rushed to the hospital that was less than 1 mile away. Sadly, she passed 2 hours later. That same night, Trevion was detained for questioning. He allegedly told detectives that he was inside the house when he heard shots. Anderson then claimed he went outside and fired at someone dressed in all black, but he couldn't identify, and then called 911 after he saw that Payne was injured. After questioning, he was released. The next day, investigators went back to the scene to try to find more evidence. The mayor and police chief made it their duty to try to find out what happened.
But from the policing front, you better believe me, Chief Raymond, are working every day to make sure that our police officers are on the street to find these perpetrators and bring them to justice.
Several days later, the first arrest was 21-year-old Lawrence Pierre, who is alleged to be the cousin of Trevion Anderson. Pierre admitted to being in the presence of the incident, and he led the police to where the weapon was hidden. 38-year-old Glenn was also arrested. He allegedly accompanied Pierre to and from the incident. Although Trevion said that he had no involvement, all the evidence in the investigation led right back to him. Anderson's case file included deleted text messages and Google searches from days and minutes before the incident. According to reports, the evidence tells a story of a planned-out attack on a woman that was trying to escape an abusive relationship. In the Google searches, they allegedly found search terms that immediately raised a red flag. Affidavits in the files also revealed a series of text messages between Anderson and Pierre. These text messages were exchanged before Payne's incident. On January 8th, Pierre texts Anderson, "Let's knock it out tomorrow." The next day, the two alleged cousins had this exchange. 7:40 p.m., Anderson, "Cool shower." 7:49 p.m., Anderson, "Let me know when you're out." 7:50 p.m., Anderson, "Bet. She's putting on clothes." 7:54 p.m., Anderson, "She's just about done." Fast forward, 8:14 p.m., Anderson, "She could be coming down." 8:16 p.m., Anderson, "Outside." Officer Shatiri Payne was shot at 8:18 p.m. All three men were arrested. On March 2019, they were indicted by a grand jury, charging them with second-degree murder and conspiracy to commit second-degree murder. Each defendant had a bond of $500,000 with the special condition of no contact with any member of the victim's family. Anderson pleaded not guilty.
We can have some peace in taking 3 evil cowards off of our streets so they cannot harm anyone else.
1 year later, January 2020, Anderson asked for his trial to be held separately from his two co-defendants. Anderson also wants a change of venue and a delay in the March 9th trial. The reasoning for the change of venue is because, according to his attorney, due to the intense media coverage of the case, the widespread of coverage by print, radio, and television makes it hard for selecting a fair jury. On March 9th, 2020, the case was continued and one of the defendant's attorneys withdrew from the case. Their next court date is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020 at 10:30 a.m. If convicted, the three men each can face a life term in prison without benefit of probation, parole, or a reduction. This situation is very sad and unfortunate and extremely hard on her friends and family, especially her mother, who she was very close to.
I couldn't fix it. I couldn't save her, and I knew. And I just told her, just come home. Come home. Until you get moved, just come back home. Until we get the place together, just come home. I don't trust them. I don't. Just come home. Mama, I'm not scared of him. Mama, I'm just...
All our thoughts and prayers go out to her friends and family, and we hope that justice is served. Thank you guys for watching. Please be safe and please be respectful in the comments. Love you guys. Bye.
On my dream. Main lesson taught was to never lose sight of who you are and where you come from. The main thing is to build on who you are and to become an influential and better person for those who may surround me or I may encounter. My personal mission is to become that positive influence, to protect those who can't protect themselves, and at least try to push someone into being a better version of themselves. I've never claimed to be perfect, but I am taking this step in becoming a better version of myself by knowing that it is always something bigger than myself. It is an honor to be able to join such a powerful family with my brothers and sisters in blue. May the journey begin. I am Officer Payne, and I fulfilled my dream.